And here you see that the Russian trying to stop them, but obviously they are unsuccessful.
Always returns. Probably in a couple of days, he will offer the Green Pianist to sign a surrender, or fly to Mars with Musk, whom he pardoned, or do something else very important that will allow him to claim the Nobel Prize. The main thing is to frequently and radically change your point of view on various issues, and everything will be fine. This is the essence of successful state governance through social networks, and as they say, thank you for your attention to this subject. At Warthog Defense, we've brought...
See here, you see the boat, this is the drone you saw in the water, is going now here, is going to hit. Here we go. The explosion, you will see it right away. So the Russian is not even able to shoot it. Imagine how weak their defense system. See the explosion? You see it here in the screen. And like this is every day. So like the Russian really are hit very hard, while during the previous period it was only Russia can hit and the Ukrainian they just take the hit. They can just defend in their borders like where the Russian is attacking, but now they are going deep inside the land. And this is what make Trump change his mind. He noticed that the Ukrainian are not only defending now, they are even gaining ground, as you see here in the map. This is the ground here was controlled by the Russian, and the Ukrainian are cutting lines on them, cutting their supply. They destroy the trains, railway, roads, and the winter is coming, and the army is not able to supply. I mean, they are not able to supply even when there's nothing. The Russian army have the worst supply chain. You know, like it's horrible. It's like Soviet Union style supplying. Shoes are not, you know, well dressed, well armed. You know, their shoes have holes in it. You know, I saw tons of videos about how the Russian they are recruiting Muslims from Iraq, from Egypt, promising them citizenship. You know, those Egyptian they are willing to get in order to get citizenship in Russia. They will say to themselves, "Okay, I will go to war and I will survive and I will live." And then when they join the army, the Russian they send them in the front line to die, and they keep their troops in the back. So things is getting really bad for Russia, as you see here on the screen.
Ukrainian forces are intensifying operations along the border, pushing back the remnants of Moscow's failed push and consolidating new positions. Russian sources themselves describe the situation as dire, with entire assault groups being thrown into hopeless attacks that end in blood and retreat.
So we can, we will find tons of videos, many of them actually made even by Russian. Actually, all those videos you see is recorded by Russian, because you have to be inside the country to record.
Ой, не, надо спускаться на парковку.
This is a head center command for the Russian army. This is deep inside Russia. This is not, drones are coming. Russians show the drone attack in Topaz. I don't know what is that. This is 20
footage shared on Telegram channels.
2 hours ago, 22 hours ago. Here you see the Russian trying to shoot those drones, sea drones, and obviously they fail because they hit their target, and you see they are shooting like look how the drone, they are able even to play with them from far distance, the Ukrainian, so they maneuver around so the shooting will not be able to affect them, and they were successful. And you will notice they are able to go like this barrier. They can go between the barrier, which means the one who have the control of the drone, he can see very well everything, every move. So they are very high-tech drones, even though they are far distance, like 1,400 kilometers away. Still, the Ukrainians are able to see in front of them, and they are playing with it as if it's a game. They are shooting at the drone and they move left and they move right and they go back and etc. Full control, and you will see how fast the drone is, and then they go all the way to the port and they hit the port, and the mission successful. I don't know if you notice with me here how the drone is playing inside the water and they are trying to hit it, so it keep coming, closing, getting closer to the port, and bingo, here we go. So they are playing the video in slow motion, I guess. Here we go. So they failed. You know, the Russian, they are unable. Here you see how they are trying to shoot the drone, and look how he is playing with it. This the one who's in control. So this is the situation now in Russian field. Things is changing so fast, and it's not doing good. And you know, the funny is, Putin was trying to convince everybody that he have the best technology, and he have the S-400 and the S-500, and you know, he can shoot any target from 500 kilometers away, and all of this is turned to be shish kebab. Uh, if the Ukrainian continue doing this, you know, Putin will be out of money, and this is what actually Trump he mentioned, that the Russian economy is crumbling. You know, it's not doing good at all.
In Alaska, and then Zelensky here at the White House, he was talking about some kind of a land swap, ending the war by giving Russia some Ukrainian land and giving Ukraine some Russian land. That is not the case anymore. He thinks that Ukraine can take it all back, and he continues trying to be the middleman between Russia and Ukraine to end this war. He is not looking to big international coalitions like the United Nations, where Russia is still a member of the Permanent Security Council. Later on today, Secretary of State Rubio is going to meet with his counterpart, the Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov. Back to you.
Peter, what made the president change his mind, essentially, and say, with the help of NATO and with the help of Europe, Ukraine, Kyiv can get back all of its borders? Was it he's just fed up with Putin?
Zelensky says that the specific thing that the president is the most mad about is that Putin has lied to him. He tells him one thing on the phone or in person, and then President Trump has ways to figure out what's going on the battlefield. He's got the entire Defense Department with eyes on what's going on. He knows if Putin is telling the truth or not. Putin has not been telling the truth to President Trump, and he's had it.
Thanks so much, Peter, and great show on Sunday. I mean, what a great interview. Yeah, fantastic.
Thank you. We're trying to do something a little bit different, kind of like a next gen Sunday show, and so I will be there every other week. Jackie Heinrich will be there when I'm not, and it's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, maybe shorts and short sleeves next week, just to be youthful.
Some hoodies.
Yeah, or hoodies.
I'll
Hoodies
do
even
it.
better. Belichick hoodies.
Yeah. You know what? Why not? Again, we're trying something new. I could just cut the sleeves off like a sport coat.
It's up to you. I don't want to tell you. It does cost a lot of money. Thanks so much.
Thank you,
Cut the crap.
All right, so I was amazed by that Truth Social push. You know that I firmly believe that Ukraine has fought extraordinarily well, that the second biggest army in Europe. And when the president said, you know, it's not really our fight, well, do you want the second biggest army in Europe enveloped by the third biggest army in Europe? And then they'll be looking at all our allies. When the president came out yesterday and said, if you see those planes in your area, should you shoot them down? The answer is yes. Well, Estonia experienced it, Romania experienced it. Poland experienced it, Belgium experienced it, and when the Polish official heard that, Trump's declaration, he says, Roger that. They're ready to do it because they got a bunch of drones hit. And I also think when he says Russia has been fighting aimlessly for 3.5 years, that what should have been a real military power, a quick win, this does not distinguish Russia. In fact, they very much are making them look like a paper tiger. When the people of Moscow find out how bad it is, they're not going to be happy. Ukraine has great spirit. And they also have drone technology, and they're beginning to take a toll on the refineries and oil and gas in Russia. There are lines. Inflation is in double digits right now. And just to get gas in what is a gas station of a country is hard for the Russian people. That's what Ukraine is doing.
So the president tried to give Putin an opportunity. He wanted.
So imagine you are in a country who sell gas and petrol to everybody in the world, but they don't have gas no more. Gas station is not able to provide gas to the citizen. Most of people, they cannot take their cars, drive it. Prices are increasing, and that affects everything in life as usual. Before, Putin was very comfortable because he was hitting Ukraine, and the Russian feel nothing. So Ukrainian, they see drones hitting their building, people dying. Not only die in the battlefield, like men fighting. You know, from the first day of the war, they start, you know, losing civilians, apartment buildings, houses. This is why a lot of people, they left their homes. Now the story is changing. Finally, Ukraine was able to develop very fast their own technology, and they are beating everybody else.